So I want you to tell a story. Sorry, I will look a little behind because my dog is very sick, and actually I checked if she is still breathing or not. Her condition is very bad. But let's return to the subject. Many years ago, I met someone. I thought it was a friendship. It was strange relation, as he often disappeared, took offense at the slightest provocation, or later used exile to disappear and return when need something. I thought speak about some subject was very good. We had similar way of thinking in some subject, and actually I needn't someone all the whole time as let's say call it colleague, friend to speak. We met again after many years in January, and I don't think we will see each other. Also, because people with disease, which is in my family not long exist. It was quite a strange encounter because I find it hard to believe that someone who has no feelings forced someone who would travel 1,000 kilometers to meet. Before was as well were actually many president calls, so someone wanted it so much. I was in a relationship with someone from Japan, and it was as well difficult to meet for us, but we always chose a place very nearest our both, and we gone very before we decided to together. So as told my grandfather, he was comfortable, move us if really need to, if wanted something. We are not dogs, yes, so something is not the person told that it was pure need of speech. Okay, I don't think so. Okay. I can say that the meeting at that time suited me, but I know a guy from a civilized country was going to the wildest, where they generally hate people even with a forging name. That's along the color of somebody's skin. Unfortunately, that's how the United European borders looks like. Sorry, but this is true. I also discovered it on my own body, and it's actually not a fault of government, because there is no government of that type chosen by any of these countries, but that mentality and feelings grow up in that part of the world, really. And of course, like whole time in history, it's because of poverty. I will just protect a Czech. Czech are a little different. They were always a little different because they were part of Holy Empire. But let's return to the subject. The conversation didn't flow very well, but after all these years, it doesn't mostly. And maybe that's why many people after meeting someone from school or something like that are disappointed. And I have the impression that someone thought it would be like it was at the beginning of our relation. But split can, because people change. Well, as well, our speaking was difficult. Maybe I would have gotten a response faster if I would send a text message, because he sit all the time in the phone. Things went south after that. Actually, what I think wasn't so bad. I thought it was very cold, and I know that he suffered a lot because he saw a snow, but not a snow which is probably to but one part of your body when you walk, and is removed from the streets by trucks. So for sure he didn't accept that, and it was possible to see that in his eyes, but it was scared for him in some moments. So I asked him directly how he viewed our relation. You see a person after a few years since blocking you for no reason, now after return, now after a few years, a person decided to make connection with you, speak something about wedding. Why? Not that kind of relationship, Annie. It never have been like that. After 15 minutes, that person communicating that I would be at his wedding and make a photo. Anyway, I don't work with people. Maybe he's getting married, maybe he wanted, like a jump before it. I actually checked it with her friends, even told him he was single, he wasn't, but also explained the hundreds of persistent calls to me, and even surprised it to my mother's number from phones, not his, but with number of the same country or hidden number. But I don't see a problem, because I don't like actually jealousy. Jealousy not help in any relation. It's destroy relation actually. If I want to be honest with you, so what woman do something bad actually if she thinks that by else she will want. Now if he would want have someone else, he would, but here actually we can card max our relation white marriage. So I even understand that as a migrant he could feel little stressed, thought. I also come from a migrant family. I don't even have my own country. It's hard to say which generation, because my father's sister was born outside, actually on the border today. It is the Lithuanian-Belarus border. He already somewhere else, and when that family lived in another place, and we as well lived in so many countries where it goes on, but for sure Turkey, Scotland and the Czech Republic were the best. I said when I really like you as a person, but how this relation between us supposed to work? We will meet up sometimes, we will talk sometimes. What do you accept from me? Do you like me or just a little? What kind of relation do you accept? The problem is that he don't speak language very well, he was French. Then at that moment was outrage. How dare I ask? Whether he loves his parents or his partner, only he knows. I didn't ask about it. But some words were similar. After that, it only got worse. Well, old blocking trick, okay. Or like children. It's rude, it's lack of culture, but okay, it's childish. But we are talking about a 40 years old man. But what guy created her for himself, paradoxically, and what created her as well for me, but unfortunately I feel better in her than in paradise. I won't say that I'm happy that it ended this way, because I don't like ended any relation like that. Probably no one who is healthy on mind, because it could have been better even after these years. At last, we greetings, see you someday in another world. It's Middle East, yes, traditional saying goodbye if you know that you will never meet someone. I know he simply didn't understand what I was asking and didn't want to me to repeat it or use another words to he mistook the word relation with relationship, meaning a pair of lovers, a marriage proposal. No one suggested that after actually what? White marriage at last. Never. If I were to marry again, it would be definitely be someone who is from Asia, man that is 15 years older than me, or at the same age, but widower, who doesn't want children. Our mentalities are so different, in fact, that it doesn't work well in a mixed marriage. Well, I decided bought him a ticket to Versailles as a farewell. I hope that he takes advantage of it, he will use it, he never been there. I hope he would go there. Maybe I will write it as well in last will. I agree it's shame to live in Paris and not be in Versailles, but as well there are only 4 buildings like that in the world: Schönbrunn, Stupinigi, Peterhof. I know, but let's leave it. I want him to have a good time and forget this misunderstanding. Yes, and get ended off that strange relation. I hope it will be seriously great, because I saw his eyes once in the Castellan trip, and not so beautiful as Versailles, but was that light. Then more I began to analyze his personality, I got the impression that in January someone actually wanted to say something, listen, was upset as well because he told that thought yes, he hasn't seen his family in real reality. But something was blocking them, maybe as well language, and when I asked, he changed the subject probably, but didn't help him. Initially his behavior filled me with contempt, but now when I analyze photos of his face, those present was from many years ago, it's a bit like a Sandman, you know. If anyone has watched the series, officially emotionless, but underneath emotions explores. Forced to control it, but it's getting worse. And let's keep the comparison going. My son Alexander Park is brilliant in the role of Desire, and Desire is blamed for everything, even when he talks intelligently. Exactly the same was here, and that Desire. Rule of things is to listen and help, though social media say now something different, just be a cast charlatans want to capture and knowledge about you. Was legal or not, what can I say? Of course, friendship must work in both sides. This was a smiling person, but forced to shed many emotions, probably for his own good, for survived. And internally, that person is really sad. The difference is that I find a peace in sadness, in the heart, and darkness, only because of this one. Of course, adrenaline and aldosterone help walk in the situations where many can't walk. Yes, of course, it helps, but unfortunately, in normal life, it's worse. It's better not go out to the sun as well. This person is bound. This is also an example of same saying of Emperor Kaka. My mother as well cried as hell for me, and my father when she decided to, because when she could just work in East Europe, and she wanted to move to East Europe because she wanted to work, and she cried hell for me and for her husband, who after had many lovers, he always searched a job far away from home because he couldn't survive, as well have problem to survive with my mother under one roof, and we didn't fare well in that part, or she as well now don't feel well in that part of life, simply because her husband died, cash ended, and she discovered that problems which he must fight to survive, and left her head sacred in sacrifice. So now she probably really would be happy to sit in Turkey and had that flat in Milas and exist there, but decision make existence like mate. He's as well. He simply imagined his life in different way. He chose something, and it isn't work how he imagined it. It's better not to have dreams. Life is never as you imagine. That's why I decided to boldly stick and so that for a moment someone could feel important and spend time in aesthetically beautiful place. Contrary to a paralyzing, being in such places help us. Every living creature, really every single one. Look at how dogs and cats behave after years in a shelter and are given, for example, a bed or a home. They go crazy because they become important, they got something. Unfortunately, people often take this for granted when they stuff the animal actually in the corner and the dog return to the shelter. That behavior would disappear after 1 month actually if we would give each other a chance. But people as little uncomfortable, so they don't want to give it a chance, especially in that era. That's what it means to finally be important, yes? You are little like little prince, and dog doesn't need too much to be a little prince, but as well need to be a little prince, and human needs more, but it's the same thing. Human needs to forget how miserable in this world, but we are actually nothing. Rulers as well, in fact, they had more rulers than many can imagine. That's why I decided to eat, and I hope that thanks it would feel little better. I chose something different. He probably wouldn't feel better in the orphan house work there. But I want to be useful, yes, so I decided to choose it. So yeah, I prefer her. And as someone told me many years ago, he wanted to be a priest anyway, but became an actor. And now the greatest problem with the hell is that without health, nothing in any region has any sense, because paradoxically, the hell is a place where are the dreams, and thanks the dreams of rescue, of paradise can exist. Without it wouldn't have a sense. Even God has no sense without Lucifer, because then everything would be great. Yes, there is as well life, and paradoxically that life and they desire their dreams about a paradise, about better life, created that paradise and that better life, and that's true. So, story about hell and paradise. Little long story, probably not many had listened, but maybe somebody listened to it. Desire is important, but if desire is on too high level, it can create really hurt and disappointed as well. If someone is prepared for disappointment, it's different, can stay in the hell. And some paradoxically would find a peace in the hell, accept the situation. Some would never accept it, and that would destroy them. I hope that personally wouldn't be destroyed, because at the end I know that is one part, one body on that side, one part of body on one side can decide, and I know how it's sincerely dangerous that personality. I wish enemies few things, but he's not my enemy, and I wish him seriously to find peace, even in that